Losing a loved one can be a heart-rending experience. Times of loss can be delicate, and you may find it hard to share your feelings with others. Whilst many people have experienced loss in their lives, it can be hard for them to truly offer support. After all, their loss may be different from yours, and the way they found strength to move on may be different from yours too. People suffering with loss and bereavement are often told time is the best healer. This advice, while often offered in the spirit of love and caring, does not fill the hole of grief in your heart. Waiting for time to heal your loss can sometimes feel like a pathway to a future filled with void and sadness. Is that truly the only way forward? There are many people who have managed to move on after debilitating personal losses. They reached deep within themselves and somehow found strength to carry on. There is a lot to learn from one woman named Jane. Jane's story is similar to that of many people suffering with bereavement. An unexpected death of a family member sent her into a downward emotional spiral. Some of her family members had battled health conditions and successfully recovered. Jane had always had a positive mindset and expectant of positive results in everything she did. She wasn't emotionally ready to receive the crushing news of her younger sister's death, who had been battling breast cancer. The shock hit her harder and threatened to derail her future life. Jane's story could be just like many of ours. While she lost her sister to breast cancer, you may have lost another person close to you through chance or poor health. Sudden losses are often the hardest to recover from. An unexpected death can leave you struggling to understand your own emotions. Sadness is common, but it isn't the only emotion that can surface after a sudden loss. Guilt over past actions and words is frequent with those suffering bereavement, and not only what they said and did, but what they didn't say or didn't do. Painful feelings beyond sadness make it difficult to find other people who can truly offer care and support. While they may love and wish the best for you, your pain is different than their pain, and this can lead to isolation when nobody really understands. All of the complicated feelings of loss and sadness threatened to throw Jane's life into chaos. Her love and care for her sister didn't prevent her death. Positive intentions weren't enough, and maybe they were harmful. Possibly she was avoiding reality and could have offered better support if she had taken her illness more seriously. Sadness mixed with guilt was a potent brew which gave her complicated feelings she seemingly couldn't fully understand or successfully cope with. Jane was eventually able to move past these feelings and find comfort where sadness and emptiness seemed to be taking control. Her friends and family noticed the change in her life and outlook. Where once she was paralyzed with grief, now she could handle her everyday activities and seemed to be moving forward with life. 6 months on, she may not have been cheerful, but she was making progress in her life and relationships. When people asked her how she was able to show such positivity and strength, her answer was simple. When she was sad, she allowed herself to be sad. When she was happy, she allowed herself to feel good without letting feelings of sadness, loss, or guilt drag her down. Feelings of loss from bereavement can come in like ocean tides. One day they can seem like hardly a reason for concern, while other days they can threaten to swamp your entire life and emotions. Acceptance can let these feelings exist and move around you without demanding that you submit to their pressure. This was Jane's true secret: acceptance. You can't ignore the sadness and loss you feel, but you can forgive yourself and move forward with life. Your loved one will always have a place in your heart. There will be many ways you can appreciate and honor their memory in the future. The gift of acceptance can make all the difference in the life of someone suffering from loss. Accepting doesn't mean you are totally at peace from a heartbreaking loss, only that you allow the emotions to be present in your life. Like the tides, these feelings will come and go at different times. Sometimes they will come on strongly, while at other times they will seem so slight that you may completely forget about them for a while. These extremes are just a natural flow of emotions, and by cultivating a spirit of acceptance, you can learn to live with both. Feelings of loss don't have to swallow your life or future. You can learn to find happiness and fulfillment without making yourself relive hurtful emotions. This is truly the path of acceptance, understanding that grief, guilt, and all the complicated emotions of loss will be present in your life. But you can still enjoy your present and future without dragging yourself down with negative emotions. Jane's story can help many of us as we navigate bereavement. Moving forward in life can involve leaving some things behind. Losing a loved one is unavoidable, but successfully coping and moving forward with life can preserve the memory of those we've lost. Jane's shock at losing her brother was complicated by her own feelings of guilt and sadness. She was able to understand that these feelings would be present in her heart but didn't have to consume her life. Jane was able to use the power of acceptance to chart a path forward that honored her sister's memory and allowed her to live a normal and joyful life. Accepting our pain and learning to allow ourselves to look forward to a brighter future is the key to our journey in life. Have you recently lost a loved one or are facing an imminent loss of someone close to you due to an incurable condition or disease? Let this message bring courage and comfort to you. You are stronger inside than you realize. Thank you for listening.